Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So if I look kind of weird on the sofa, it's because I wanted to get Mozzie in the frame. I'm currently hanging out with Mozzie. He's been wanting to come out. He sees the sun through the window and he wants to explore, so of course he's spoiled. We let him out and obviously he's just chilling. Alright guys, so today's video is going to be a sugar glider bonding video, which is why you guys see this sugar glider bonding pouch, and it smells just like the girls. But with that being said, let's just jump into bonding pouches. So if you're new to gliders and you want to bond with them, one of the first ways that most people try is with the bonding pouch. If you watch my bonding video, then you know that sorry guys, little distracted. So Mozzie, will you say hi? So this is my chameleon Mozzie. I usually talk about him, if not the girls. Okay guys, sorry about that. Pretty distracted trying to watch Mozzie because he literally just loves to roam throughout the whole house. But continuing on with the bonding pouches, they are a great way to first bond with your shuggies. I always put like a little piece of just some kind of fleece in there, and especially when you're first starting, put the fleece that has your scent on it. So just like rub it around you and then add it in there, and that's a great way to kind of just go about your regular day while still bonding with your sugar glider. But before you do the bonding pouch, I feel like the first way of truly bonding with your sugar glider, which might not always be talked about, is the very first steps when you first get them, the little things. So talking to them is really important so that they get used to your voice. So make sure that you talk to them often, especially if they're really crabby sugar gliders. It's important that you talk to them and you get them comfortable with your voice. Also, offering treats is a good way to bond, especially in the beginning. It's great at all times, but in the beginning, it kind of just lets them know like, hey, that's my mom, that's my dad, and they're the ones that are feeding me. So don't underestimate treats, but also treats are treats. I love to throw that out on videos. Treats are treats, don't overfeed treats. So another option that you can do with your sugar gliders that I chose to do is free roam. So I like free roam for a lot of reasons. I think that it lets them release tons of energy, which they do have tons of energy, which is why big cages are important. But definitely gives them a way to just have tons of space. Also lets them glide, which is something that is natural to them. So, you know, when I have them around the room, they will come to me, they'll glide to me, they'll run all over their cage, glide to their cage, and literally just glide all over the room. It's super, super cute. I'll make sure to include some videos. But yeah, that's another good way to bond with your sugar gliders. It's best if you have them, of course, supervised, just in case, because they do get into everything and they will be all over the place. So supervised is a great option for free roaming.
Somebody's very excited. Good job, Mama. I don't think this little girl needs any more food. My little fatty baby. That's fatty girl Aussie. And this is my baby girl Gia. Gigi. Hi, Gigi. Hi, Mamas. What are you two ladies up to? That was so good. Thank you, Aussie girl. Come on, Gia. Gia.
I think the most common way to bond with your sugar gliders is just going to be through tent time. People tend to enjoy that one since it is a controlled environment. So I'm gonna put a picture of the most common tent that people use in case you're a brand new sugar glider owner. And if you are, hi, welcome to the Shuggy world. Sugar gliders are awesome and they are so cute. And the bonding process is just honestly absolutely like one of the best processes ever, because you go from like a super scared glider or whatever your glider's personality is to usually like a pretty sweet and just cute little baby glider. So aside from tent time, there's also another one most common in women, and how women bond with their sugar gliders, I guess, would be bra bonding. So you can either use their regular little pouch that they sleep in, or some people buy specific ones that are like supposed to be for bra bonding, and obviously they put it, you know, in between here, and yeah, the gliders sleep in there and they hang out, and that's totally just a preference based on the person. I've never done it, I've never desired to do it, but some people, you know, some people love it. They're close to their hearts, and yeah, you can just see them and you can peek through. So that's one way that you might want to try. So this is technically not a method to bonding, but one thing I do want to say is that if you have a single glider, which is not recommended, but if you have a single glider for any reasons, because I know sometimes people do, the point of this is that I do think that when you're trying to bond with a sugar glider, it's also a little bit easier when there's another sugar glider. And the reason is because they're super scared of us, or just anyone, because obviously we just kind of look like these big people hovering over them. And just kind of imagine, because we are big and we do hover over them, so you know it's an intense situation for them. But having a friend, I would say, helps, because they end up a little more calm, or if one is a little more frightened but the other is more calm, it kind of simmers down the other one's personality, making it easier for you to bond with both of them, because they have that dependence on each other and they feel safe with each other.
So when I took Mozzie out, I thought that he would be starring in our video, but I guess he won't be. He's actually just walking around the rest of the house right now. I give him supervised play, free roam as well. So I kind of think that's important for any pet. Like, even though chameleons, they're solitary animals, and this is not a chameleon video, but just putting it out there, they're solitary animals who usually want to be in their enclosure. There are some conditions where your chameleon will just want to hang out outside if you have a little space for them to hang out, like we have a tree and everything. Then sometimes they just want to come out and hang out, and it's just important that you have the space for them and that they're kind of just living the best life that you can provide for them. That's just a little side note when it comes to general pet keeping, right?
Another way that people may bond or try to bond with their sugar gliders, this is a more recent method, I would say. If you're in the sugar glider groups, then you know that there's something called like a bonding mitt, which is pretty new, and I've seen a few people use it and say that that's been successful. So if you want to try out a bonding mitt, I would say just join a sugar glider group and just ask who sells them, and they will direct you to the person. But you know, I want to help you guys, so I want to mention everything that I know, everything that I've seen, and just all these little different methods, because not everyone is going to be the same with what works for them. So I think that I've pretty much covered all the different ways to bonding. Also, if you want a different way to bond that's similar to free roam but a little more controlled, don't forget you can always use like a bathroom or a smaller area where you and your sugar gliders fit. This way it's a little more controlled. Maybe you're not worried that they're gonna get hurt, but also at this time it's kind of giving them the freedom to just do a little bit more and not feel like pressured to hanging out with you. It's also important, depending what kind of bonding method that you do, make sure maybe you bring like a little extra pouch. If you're doing like tent time, I would definitely, like, I've never done tent time, but I always see that it gets messy in there, so I would definitely bring like little baby wipes. Thank goodness I don't deal with that with the free roam, because that would be too much. They're pretty good girls I have. Let me not jinx it, but that's just another little tip. And with that little last tip, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's mostly for brand new sugar glider owners, because I feel like most sugar glider owners that have had them for a while probably already know about these things. But if not, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up, leave some comments, and if you're new, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, you guys.